The pyramids of Giza are undoubtedly some of the most impressive structures in the world. Built over 4,500 years ago, these structures have survived countless centuries and remain standing to this day. But the question is, how were they built? Some believe that the pyramids were built with the help of extraterrestrial beings. This theory has gained popularity in recent years, and many people now believe that aliens were involved in the construction of the pyramids. So, were the pyramids built by aliens? Let's take a closer look. First, let's consider the technology available at the time. The pyramids were built during a time when technology was relatively primitive. The ancient Egyptians did not have access to the sophisticated tools and machinery that we have today. So, how were they able to construct such massive structures? One theory is that the ancient Egyptians had help from aliens who possessed advanced technology. According to this theory, the aliens provided the ancient Egyptians with the technology and knowledge needed to build the pyramids. Supporters of this theory point to the precision of the pyramid's construction. The blocks used in the construction of the pyramids are incredibly precise, with some fitting together so tightly that a piece of paper cannot fit between them. How could the ancient Egyptians have achieved such precision without access to advanced technology? Another piece of evidence that supporters of this theory point to is the size and weight of the blocks used in the construction of the pyramids. Some of these blocks weigh over 50 tons, and it would have been incredibly difficult for the ancient Egyptians to move them into place without the help of advanced machinery. But is there any actual evidence to support the theory that the pyramids were built by aliens? There is no concrete evidence to support the idea that aliens were involved in the construction of the pyramids. While there are certainly mysteries surrounding the construction of these structures, there is no evidence to suggest that aliens were involved. Furthermore, there are many other theories that provide a more plausible explanation for the construction of the pyramids. For example, the ancient Egyptians were skilled engineers and architects who had developed their own advanced techniques for construction. They were able to transport the massive blocks of stone using a system of ramps and pulleys, and they used simple but effective tools to cut and shape the stone. There are also many records and hieroglyphs that describe the construction of the pyramids. These records provide evidence that the pyramids were built by the ancient Egyptians, and there is no mention of aliens or any other extraterrestrial beings. In addition, there is no evidence that aliens have ever visited Earth or had any contact with humans. While it is certainly possible that life exists elsewhere in the universe, there is no evidence to suggest that aliens have ever visited our planet. So, while the theory that the pyramids were built by aliens is certainly interesting, there is no evidence to support it. The most likely explanation is that the pyramids were built by the ancient Egyptians using their own advanced techniques and technologies. The ancient Egyptians were skilled engineers and architects who had developed their own techniques for construction, and it is likely that they built the pyramids using these techniques. The idea that aliens were involved in the construction of the pyramids is simply a myth that has gained traction in recent years. However, it is worth noting that the mysteries surrounding the construction of the pyramids are not completely solved. There are still questions about how the massive blocks were transported and how the workers were able to complete such a monumental task. These questions continue to fuel debate and discussion among scholars and researchers, and it is possible that new discoveries or insights may shed further light on the construction of the pyramids in the future.